Alrighty, everyone. Hello and welcome back. Welcome back to the streams. After a day away, yesterday was my day off. I am back for, ladies and gentlemen, 7 straight days of streaming. That is right. I think this is actually the longest stretch that I've been streaming in quite some time. Typically, I take 1 day off a week. And recently, my days off have been pretty sporadic and pretty weird because of my wife's work schedule. This week in particular, I'm not going to be taking another day off until a week from today. So that means, including today, 7 straight full days of gameplay streaming. So if you like Dark Side Phil, that's me, and my content, you're going to be in a good mood, I guess, because I'm going to be doing this for a week straight. Okay, guys, pretty exciting. So today is Wednesday. Today is September 25th, 2019. What is up, everybody? We got some exciting stuff coming up this week. We do. We have some really interesting things happening. Special events, continuation of new game release playthroughs, some chill streams, a new holiday coming up, new holiday celebrations and event coming up. Like, really good stuff this week. This is an exciting time of the year for gaming, of course, with tons of new releases that have been coming out. We've got more right around the corner. I'm excited with that. So how are you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a good day away yesterday. As I always try to remind you guys, you can get caught up on all of my streams because I archived them over on DSPGaming on YouTube, and I hope that many of you had an opportunity to get caught up, in particular with the ongoing new playthroughs of Borderlands 3 and Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, both of which I had significant progress in over this last week, and will be continuing this week. And also, I hope you guys had a chance to check out the Genesis Mini stuff. That was super fun. The Genesis Mini stuff was absolutely super fun. And I'm looking forward to more. You know, I'm actually doing more of that this week as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing me play more Genesis games, you got to think about which ones from the collection you want to see me play. Whether it's some of the games I haven't played yet, or if you want to see me go back to some of the games I've already played and continue on with those, you know, that's all perfectly valid. All right. So, yeah, good stuff, right? Good stuff all around. I had a good day off yesterday with Kat. Although it was very hectic, we had a lot that we had to do. Let's try that again. We had a lot that we had to do in one day because we knew the next day off we were going to get is in, over a week. So we were going all over the place. We had to drive back and forth a lot to get stuff done. We had a couple appointments and things and, flying all over the place. It's always fun, but it's sometimes pretty hectic, and yesterday was no exception. But it was a good day off. Overall, the weather was good. We are getting pretty much full-on fall and autumn weather here now, although I'd still say it's still a little bit on the warmer side. We're still having 70-degree days some days. It actually looks like we're going to get cooler days starting next week, more fall-like weather next week. So I'm excited. Now, also, while I was away, there was some gaming stuff that happened. If you guys aren't aware, first of all, The Last of Us 2 got a release date of February 21st, 2020. And they showed some pretty interesting gameplay mechanics, and they showed basically the whole plot behind the game this time around. Since it's fresh, I'm not going to spoil for anyone. Go check it out yourself. But, basically it looks pretty good. Obviously we've been waiting for this game for a long time. The only thing that gets me, and I am going to say this, all right? I am going to say this, and I'm going to leave it after saying this one statement. But what gets me is that so many people are so, annoyed or heated or whatever you want to say about the fact that Ellie is apparently, a lesbian. Who gives a shit, right? I don't care. It's part of the plot that this relationship she had is motivating her to try to get revenge. And so many people are angry saying, oh, it's homosexuality shoved down our throats and I can't take it. And it's like, okay, but who cares? What the gender of her significant other was. The bottom line is if Ellie had been straight and not homosexual apparently in this game, would anyone have any issue with that fact? Well, they would say, oh, the game's too much about her relationship. No, they'd be like, they would just gloss over it, right? I think it's kind of silly. I do. I think it's very silly that people think that this is some kind of a big a topic of contention in 2019, that we care who a video game character's gender of choice when it comes to, you know, attraction is. Who gives a shit? She's not even real. She's not real. Grow up. Holy fucking shit. It looks like it's going to be a great video game to me. I don't care about the fucking relationship. That's like the last thing I care about in a game, right? So anyway, looks good to me. Excited for that next year. Now also, Mario Kart has released for mobile devices. I have not played it, and I don't even know if I want to try it. The thing is, when all these mobile games, I know they're a trap. Mobile games are a fucking trap of microtransactions. I don't want to get caught in a trap of microtransactions. And so I don't know if I'm even going to bother playing. What is it, Mario Kart Tour or whatever? A lot of people have been talking about it on Twitter. Frankly, I don't really think I care too much about it. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But right now, I'm not really sold on even giving it a shot. So that's about what happened in the last day or so in the realm of gaming. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let us now talk about the schedule for the next week. As I said, I'm going to be here for 7 days, which I almost never am on a string that long without a break. Let's talk about what you guys can expect. All right, so today we're going to be continuing on with Borderlands 3. I have not played this in a while now. I was busy with Zelda, and then I was doing Genesis Mini stuff. So now we're getting back to Borderlands 3. Some people will like that, and some people will be very annoyed because they don't like the game. I'm going to say this up front, and I'm going to say this again when we start gameplay. It sounds like Jasper just knocked something over. Hopefully he's okay. Hold on a second. I guess I should check, huh? What happened here? You okay, buddy? What happened in there? What happened in there? Huh? You okay? Okay. All right. Apparently, that was weird. Jasper was using the upstairs litter box and somehow managed to knock the whole top off of it. I've never seen him do that before. I don't know if he just got caught or he was being too rambunctious. I went out there. I said, "Huh? The top is on the floor." I mean, luckily there was no mess. He was, it's not like he knocked the whole litter box over. But I was like, "How did that happen?" That was weird. So it's stinky. It's always stinky in the freaking. We put his upstairs litter box in the hallway bathroom, and it always ends up being pretty stinky, no matter what. We're actually trying a new kind of litter, Arm & Hammer litter, that's supposed to have like the baking soda and the odor negating stuff. Because we've tried a few different kinds of litter, and none of them really do too much for the stink reduction. Let's put it that way. So, all right. So anyway, let's try this again. Today we're doing Borderlands 3. Now, some people, it's going to be good news that I'm doing Borderlands 3 again because you guys really have liked the playthrough. Other people are very upset that I'm still playing Borderlands 3 and that I'm continuing with this playthrough. They find that the game is boring and they complain constantly as I play it, all right? So I'm going to say this up front, and I'm going to say this again right before I start gameplay today on stream. I understand Borderlands 3 may not be your cup of tea. I get that. It's a game that is a certain kind of looter-shooter game. There's not a ton of riveting stuff in the game and the gameplay to keep a viewing audience hooked. That's why I do interactive streams. That's why if you guys want to talk and have fun conversation, I'm open to it. That's why I ask when I play games like this that you guys tag me in the stream chat with topics you'd like to discuss. All right? That's the point of me doing the streams like this. Now, back in the day, when I used to do offline gameplay videos for YouTube, I wholeheartedly 100% agree. A playthrough like this would have been like super boring, and people had right to complain that it wasn't very entertaining and that I should be doing something else. In the modern era, this just doesn't hold water anymore. All right? The whole point of the interactive stream, all right, is that I am interacting with you to fill up dead time and or boring parts of game playthroughs, because not every game is going to be riveting every possible moment. In the old days, when I wasn't live streaming, what I used to do is try to do commentary and ridiculous over-the-top jokes to fill those moments. And it worked until people's mentalities completely changed and the culture of the world changed and said, oh, you can't do that anymore. It's not funny anymore to do that kind of stuff. You got to change and be more realistic and be more mature. So I did, but I'm not going to put up with people constantly complaining they don't like a certain genre of game when the whole point of the stream is to be interactive and they're ignoring me and just complaining about the game. That's ludicrous. That's immature. That's just, it's stupid. All right? So I'm not. I'm just going to lay down the law. All right? I'm not going to put up with this shit. If people are going to just sit here and complain constantly that they don't like Borderlands 3, you're going to find a boot to your ass and you're going to be out the door. All right? I get it. You don't like it. Come back later. As you know, I'm a variety streamer, and I play a ridiculous amount of variety of games. Ridiculous amount of variety of games, right? I play every genre. So I don't want to hear that because you don't like a certain genre that you're sitting here and you're bored instead of actually talking to me and having fun and making it fun, just sitting here complaining about the game. Grow up. All right? Just being very upfront and honest. Now, it's not everyone. Obviously, it's not everyone who's doing this. But there have been a group of people who have been like this for the past, week or two that I've been playing this game, and I'm tired of it. I'm just not going to put up with their bullshit. It really is. It's little kiddie bullshit is what it is. All right. So there you go. Later tonight, I'm continuing on with my Dragon Quest Builders 2 playthrough. I resumed this playthrough last week, and people really seemed to enjoy the fact that I was continuing on with it. They enjoyed the, now it's a very different kind of game. Let's put it that way. Like, I don't think I've ever played a unique hybrid game like this before, where there's building, there's combat, there's an RPG-like story. There's a lot to it. Mining, crafting, there's so much stuff going on in it. So I really like the game, and I'm going to continue on with that later tonight. 2 hours on the late stream. Okay. Let's see. Tomorrow, we are returning to my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. This is a show where I answer your questions on stream. When I do this show, my stream starts a little bit later because it gives me some opportunity to actually review all of your questions and find good ones for the show. All right. If you have not yet, I strongly urge you to go to the kingofhate.com website, to go to the forums, to go to the Ask the King section and post up questions for the show. The more questions that I have for Ask the King, the better. Now, earlier this year, I told everyone, I don't know if Ask the King should continue because every morning I have a Q&A on my pre-stream. Every day I have basically Q&As going on during the streams because I have interactive streams now. And maybe there's no place really for Ask the King in my content anymore. I got a resounding, no, don't get rid of the show, keep it going kind of an attitude at that point, okay? So I kept doing it. But as I've told you guys, if I don't get enough pertinent questions for the show to be good anymore, I'm just not going to do it anymore. And, I just got to urge you guys, please head to the forums and please post up questions. The more I get, the better. I need more questions for the show. That's tomorrow, and because it is a Q&A show where I review your questions, it starts later. Typically my morning stream starts 10:15. That stream probably won't start till like 12:30, okay? And then from like 1 to 4 is when the show typically runs here live on the stream. Tomorrow night, I'm returning to the Genesis Mini. Okay? Genesis Mini has been a pretty fun thing to explore so far. And I've checked out, I think at this point, I want to say I've probably checked out about maybe 10 games or something like that on it, out of the 42 that are in it. So it'll be another chance, Thursday night, for you guys to suggest games for me to check out on the Genesis Mini. Alright, and we'll see how that goes. So that's going to be Thursday night. Friday, I'm returning to The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, a major stream of Link's Awakening. I really have enjoyed this game so far. It really plays like old school Zelda, which I absolutely love. The top-down Zelda gameplay is really cool. Plus, it has good graphics, fun puzzles, good music. Everything's good about this game. I love it. So more of that this Friday. Friday night, I'm going to be doing a throwback stream of Street Fighter. So my weekly throwback Street Fighter late-night stream will be Friday. Saturday, probably going to be going back to Borderlands 3 for another session. How much more is left in Borderlands 3, I can't answer you, but I probably think at this point, I think I've played between 12 to 16 hours. So if that's the case, more than likely the game probably has 1 to 2 major sessions left. I would think 2. I don't think I'm going to be beating this today. So probably come this weekend, maybe I'll start to get close to the end of the game. But I think that maybe another 2 to 3 streams. So we'll see after this weekend session on Saturday how close I am to the big conclusion. All right. The Loudest Fart and Ellipsian are saying I'm still a ways away. Loudest Fart says I'm about halfway through. Fair enough. So probably another 3 streams then. That's what I was thinking, actually. So that's Saturday. Then Saturday night, I'll be doing another Genesis mini stream. Another opportunity for people to suggest retro games for me to check out on that stream. Okay? Sunday is my big marathon event, a big special event. This is my retrospective marathon. On this marathon, I will be going back down memory lane, watching moments from my 11 years as a content creator that you guys have nominated over the last month. In addition, I'll be picking some of my own personal favorite playthroughs to bring up and to review with all of you during said stream. It'll be a marathon setting, meaning it'll be running all day long, like 7, 8, 9 hours. It'll be a good one. It's also going to be an opportunity for me to attempt to raise some funds to help me out this next coming month. Right now, I am incredibly strapped for cash. It's not a good situation. And so this is an opportunity where hopefully people will come out and reminisce and maybe contribute via tips so that I can raise some extra funds to help in the next coming month. All right? I'm going to need the help with all the game releases coming out, and everything. I'm going to need the extra support. So that is this coming Sunday. That Monday, which would be the last day of September 30th, more Zelda, okay? And then I think the late stream on that day is going to be my weekly Minecraft chill stream that Monday night. Okay? And then on Tuesday, the 1st of October, which will be my last streaming day of the week, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. It could be more Borderlands. It could be more Zelda. We'll leave it open for now, all right, as a possibility. And in addition, that late night stream more than likely is going to be more Genesis Mini. And starting October 1st, some exciting things are coming up that I want to make you all aware of. All right, so get ready. Big announcement for October starting now. First of all, in October, as you guys know, I decorate for the Halloween holiday. Halloween is a really cool holiday that I enjoy. Typically, over the course of October, I try to watch horror and Halloween-themed stuff myself. I'll probably watch a few horror movies and stuff over the month. And in addition, I love getting into the spooky aspect of things. So 3 major things are going to happen on October 1st. The first thing is I'm going to decorate the office for Halloween. I've got decorations lined up, many of which I've had from previous years, and I actually managed to snag some pretty inexpensive new additions to the decorations for this year that I'll be adding. So it should be pretty exciting once I get this up starting on October 1st. Number 2, all those on-screen thank you pop-up messages that happen when people contribute are going to be Halloween-themed now. All right, so you'll have Halloween-themed contribution messages for the month. And for the first time ever, unprecedented, we are going to have special Halloween-themed emotes for the month of October. Similarly to how when I had those themed emotes for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 back in July, well, we're going to have themed emotes for the entire month of October, horror and Halloween themed. All right, so if you like Halloween, you like these celebrations, you're going to enjoy the stuff that I have for October. It's also a great opportunity for you to subscribe for the first time, because if you subscribe to the channel now, you're going to get access to all those Halloween-themed emotes. All right, in fact, from what I understand, a lot of them are already ready to go, but I'm not going to institute those until the first week of October. Okay, so October 1st, a lot of stuff happening. Decorations for Halloween, pop-up messages will be Halloween-themed, and emotes for Halloween. So 3 Halloween-themed things starting October. I hope you guys are excited for that. Okay? So there you go. I just outlined the entire week's streams. Now, the one thing that I didn't address, if you haven't noticed, I didn't talk about Code Vein at all. That's because I'm on the fence about Code Vein. I played the beta, and people who watched the beta pretty much didn't seem to be impressed. I wasn't, let me put it this way, I wasn't disappointed, but I also wasn't blown away by it. It seemed like it would be a fun and decent game, but I don't know if it would be anything revolutionary that people are really going to care too much about. I hate to say it, but there's been so many Dark Souls-esque style games coming out in the last 2 years. trying to basically jump on the popularity of that game formula, that I think the whole genre has been kind of watered down at this point, and it's hard to care. It really is. It's just hard to care about the genre. I'm not that into it. You know, I like Dark Souls and From Software games, but I don't need to play 5 of these difficult games every year. I just don't see the point of it. And so it surprised me, because people like when I played Dark Souls and or anything from Software, but when I played the Code Vein beta, no one seemed to really care that much about it. They were like, it's not that good. So, like I said, I really don't think I'm going to go crazy, playing this game if people aren't going to be too excited about it. All right. Oh, yeah, that's true, too. Manuel Muertos just said, oh, yeah, did you know Surge 2 also came out? Yeah, see what I mean? In the last month, we had Remnant, Surge 2, now we got Code Vein, and I think there was another one, too. So in 1 month, 4 Dark Souls-like games came out. Gee, I wonder why people are burnt out and think it's oversaturated and don't really care anymore. Because it's too fucking many of them. I guess this is the new fad now. Years and years after they became popular, let's all jump on this incredibly hard, crippling difficulty bandwagon to try to make a buck. This is the same thing that happened with zombie games. This is the same thing that happened with first-person shooters. This is the same thing that happened with Minecraft crafting style games. It's the same exact thing that happened with the co-op looter shooters. It's the same thing that happened with Battle Royale. Now it's Dark Souls games, apparently. These fads, right? So anyway, yeah, I'm completely on the fence about Code Vein. Quite frankly, unless a bunch of people come out and say, we really want to see you play it, I'm probably not playing it. I want to focus in on Zelda and Borderlands. I want more coverage of the Genesis Mini. We got some special events and things coming up this week, so we got more than enough stuff to fill time right now. Then worry about Dark Souls clone games. Okay? Okay. Continuing on. The only other thing I want to bring up, guys, since we're talking about Halloween, please continue to nominate spooky and horror-themed games for my Halloween gaming marathon. I'm probably going to leave the nominations poll open for that for about 1 more week, I'm thinking. And then next week, I'll close that nominations thread, and I'll make the actual poll where you guys will be able to vote on the highest and most frequently nominated games. That will determine what games I'll be playing during the marathon. It'll give me a couple of weeks to get ready for the marathon and get those games together. So, we're going to do that. You go to my website, thekingofhate.com. You go to the forums. You look at the general section. And right there in the general section of the forums is the section where you nominate the horror-themed game. So please do so we can have a great marathon this year. All right. Speaking of which, yes, soon you'll also be able to vote on the genre of costume that I'll be wearing. In fact, probably the day that I set up the polling for the horror-themed games, I'll also set up the polling for the costume. Right now, there's like nothing around here for Halloween besides one store, which is super disappointing. More than likely what'll happen is in the next 1 to 2 weeks, Kat and I are going to start looking around seriously at different stores. Maybe we'll just go to party stores and stuff and see what they have, because there's only one Halloween store in my area. That's crazy. Like, previous years, there's been like 3 or 4 of these fucking things that have popped up, and this year there's only one. So it's like, wow, I can pick a costume from one store. I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping if we go to party stores and other places, we'll find some other ideas. All right. So, there you go. I will definitely let you know what's going on with that. But, yeah, that's coming up. But please, in the meantime, nominate Halloween-themed games. Okay? All right. That's it for that. Let's get to the second segment of my pre-stream, which is the gratuitous plugs. As you guys know, I am now a full-time interactive streamer. And that means that pretty much most revenue sources that I used to rely on, like YouTube ad revenue and the like, have pretty much dried up. I rely almost exclusively on your contributions during live streams in order to keep stuff going and make ends meet. And in particular, this year, YouTube revenue has been down the furthest I've ever seen it, to the point where it's pretty negligible, doesn't really barely help me that much at all. So I really do need support via streams in order to keep stuff going. If you like the fact that I do 6+ straight days of full-time gaming streams. This week it's 7 days. If you like the fact that I still upload the archives to DSPGaming on YouTube, if you can't catch the live streams, and you want to support me to keep this stuff going, please consider contributing in one of the following ways. With only 6 days left in the month, I should bring up Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Every single month, I run a monthly campaign on Patreon where your pledges earn you personal perks as rewards. Tomorrow's Ask the King, and on Ask the King, there will be a group of people who will get their questions answered specifically because they are patrons, all right? And they're going to get in-depth answers to their questions. So that's just one of the many perks you can get for being a patron. There's many more as well, but I'm not going to list them out here. I would say head over to the kingofhate.com, to the patreon.com/darksidephil page for the full explanation. Thank you to anyone who is a current patron of mine, and thanks for giving it a look and even considering becoming one. Okay? I have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise, primarily t-shirts, but there's other things there too, like hoodies. Hint for the fall and winter. Might want a hoodie or a sweatshirt. I have those. We also got mugs and stickers and the like. Maybe like a nice hot cocoa for the fall. Put it in a nice DSP mug. Who wouldn't want on a crisp autumn morning to make a piping hot cup of coffee and pour it into your very favorite Wow Dude DSP mug? I mean, come on. We all know that's just what life is about. All right, so give it a look. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. If you're here live on the stream, it's a no-brainer. If you'd like some interaction with me and some recognition for your contributions, you probably want to contribute during the stream to get some. If you cheer, sub, or tip during today's live stream, I will give you a shout-out during said stream. And if you look at the top of the screen, we've got all kinds of ways to give recognition, including top cheerer and top tipper will actually get right there on the stream stats leaderboard. In addition, there's a cheering leaderboard that is built directly into Twitch here. That will be updated automatically for when you guys cheer during the week, so you guys get recognition for your contributions. Okay. A few ground rules and things that I need to lay out before we get started with streaming. First is that this is twitch.tv, everybody, and I do have to abide by the rules of streaming. I do, so please understand I can't just say and do anything that I want on the streams, okay? Understand that, 'cause some people want me to talk about certain topics or say certain things. I can't, all right? The other thing is, I try to maintain a certain vibe around my streams, okay? So understand a few things. Number one, contributions are greatly appreciated, but they're not required. They're not mandatory. Thanks to anyone who just comes by and hangs out with me on a daily basis. It's really cool to have an audience who wants to chill with me every day. Whether you're someone who's a hardcore fan of mine, has been along the ride, whether you're someone who's jumped in along the way, whether you're someone who's just watching ironically because you think that I'm a funny dude and you just want to kind of look for a fail or a foible. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Thanks for joining me. I appreciate that. I appreciate the attention and the fact that I'm somehow still pertinent 11 years after I first made my first video on YouTube. That's pretty crazy to even think about that. Right? Fair enough. But if you guys love what you see here and you can go above and beyond, please consider contributing. All right? But understand that it's not mandatory. I'm not expecting anything and it's not required. Fair enough? Now, the other thing is understand that I try to maintain a relaxing, chill, laid-back vibe on these streams where I don't want things like drama and insults and constant negativity to be brought up. When you're on a gameplay stream, you're trying to escape the bullshit of your own life, right? You got enough stress in your life. I'm sure you got bills you got to pay, you got a job or a school you got to go to, you got annoying shit going on in your own life. The last thing you want to do is come to a gameplay stream and be bothered by drama and more annoying bullshit, right? That's what we try to keep off these streams because we don't want that crap. That's the whole point, is it's supposed to be a fun and relaxing vibe here. You want to see me play a game and have honest reactions to said game. You want to hear me interact with you in particular if you can, or if not, others in stream chat. You want to maybe talk yourselves to some people in stream chat. Let's have some good fun, laid back fun. That means no insults towards myself or others. That means no reference to negative content. People who are stealing my fucking content constantly to make a buck for themselves. People who are malicious, people who are nasty to me. Nobody cares. I don't either. I really don't. So please no bringing up that crap, because I don't really care. All right. Now, by the way, I will say this: there's been some undue attention on me in the last few days. I guess I didn't even know about this really, and people covering that is actually not negative in my opinion. Like, I guess there was a particular video on YouTube yesterday that got good of attention because it's a pretty much a popular YouTuber making videos about drama stuff on the internet, and I guess I was involved in one of them, and he actually made a pretty positive video about me in reaction to some stupid shit that's happening. Most of you probably have no idea what's going on. Even I didn't know what was going on. You guys know me. I just sit here and I just talk about games, and I have fun with games. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Apparently, there was a few, I don't even know how to say it. I guess like some indie journalistic outlets. You can't even call them news outlets because that's not even what they do. They're just like big dirt rags, and they were trying to like get me in trouble or something with Twitch, which I did, which I'm not going to. I never violated any Twitch rules. They were basically making shit up because they didn't like the fact that I have opinions about jokes and stuff and humor that they don't agree with because they're like ultra progressive or whatever, I guess. And they took offense at some stuff that I said, and I guess a few of these pretty much negligible, nonsensical, and completely what's the word I'm thinking of? Insignificant news outlets were trying to like make fun of me. And so a YouTuber made a video about it that was basically kind of a positive light. I'm okay with that, Like, it was actually, because someone would say, oh, I guess you can't bring that up. Well, no, you can. I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know any of this was going on at all. And this YouTuber is not a negative guy towards me at all. If anything, he's, like, supportive. He's like, does he love my content? Of course not. He's one of the people who watches it ironically. That's fine. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I never did. Some people must not realize this, but when I started on YouTube, I was trying to be as ridiculous as possible. I would drink when I played games. I would say the most over-the-top possible things. I wasn't being serious or anything. I was just trying to be entertaining and be crazy over the top when I started. And that's how this whole thing kind of started, is me being a parody of people trying to do serious videos on YouTube, because I was never taking it seriously. I don't care about people who think about me that way. All right. So, that being said, I don't want people bringing up people who steal my content, people who insult me and do malicious things to myself and my family, but you want to bring up a topic like that? That's different. Phil, can we talk about something that's pertinent, going on behind the scenes, that someone's covering? Sure, that's fine. I'm always okay with that. But I think some people seem to get this weird feeling that they can't bring up certain things because they think that because there's negativity directed towards me that it's not something that's a topic of discussion that's possible. That's not the case at all, actually. Okay? But anyway, that being said, we don't want to bring up the toxicity, right? We don't want to bring up the blatant, over-the-top, crazy shit. That stuff's not allowed on my streams. One thing that I want to say is, please understand, I'm going to give as much credit and as much opportunity for shout-outs for people who contribute as I can. Because I feel like that's a major positive part of my streams. But also understand that I have absolutely no obligation to respond to anything on my stream. There's going to be people who are going to be goading me and trying to get my attention by bringing up certain topics, by trying to get me to say stuff that's going to get me in trouble on Twitch. And I'm not going to take the bait. You know what I mean? So please understand, there's no legal obligation for me to say or do anything on my streams in regards to a contribution. Although some people seem to be under that impression because they're idiots. That's not the case. All right? I control my own stream ultimately. Okay, so last thing before we get to shout-outs. Please, guys, if at all you can, please consider tipping me today. Tipping me helps me more than anything, especially right now. This next week is incredibly important. Not only do we have multiple special things coming up, including Ask the King and the retrospective event, this is my last opportunity of the month to raise as many funds as possible to get myself in a situation so I'm not in financial turmoil and risk early next month when all my bills come due. So please, consider contributing via tips if at all you can. That's the preferred method of contribution because I can use those for bills right away. And I need to build up as much support as I can in the next week to prepare for the coming month's bills. Please, contribute if you can. All right? There's two ways you can tip me. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you could click, or you could type !tip into the stream chat. Both ways bring you to my PayPal tips page. On that tips page, you can remain anonymous. You can make up a name, or you can leave your real name in a message, depending on how you want to contribute and what kind of a shout-out you want to get. You don't have to worry about your real identity being revealed because you could be anonymous there. In addition, you don't need a PayPal account to tip me. You can use a debit or credit card. There's a button to do that right on the page as well. Fair enough? All right. Are we good? I think we're good. Okay, let's do shout-outs. And then we will get started here with Borderlands 3 resuming. Fair enough? So, since I had a day off yesterday, we had a few people who showed up and contributed during the day off. So I just want to give a shout out to those people, including Golden Colt, who did quite a lot of cheering. during the break. So thank you, Golden Colts, for all those cheers. We had Tanamounder, who did a 200-bit cheer. And by the way, thanks. I just want to say this. Thanks to anyone who subscribed using the half-price promotion over the last 3 weeks. And thanks to anyone who used that Subway cheer mote to give bonus bits. Those have now expired. As of yesterday, those promotions are over. September is officially over. Thanks to anyone who did actually support via those methods. It's much appreciated. Okay? All right, looks like we had Lego Pig 1976 who subscribed to the channel. We have Magnus Flamebeard who resubbed for 2 months at tier 2. Thank you very much for the tier 2 sub, sir. That is much appreciated. Your boy Thump resubscribed for 24 months. 24 months of support. Thank you very much there. And then we had a bunch more Golden Colts cheers, as I mentioned. He had cheered a lot when I was off here. And Vote Democrat, this morning, before I had started the stream, resubbed for 9 months. And he says, what up, what up? Shout out to my frogs on the other side of the pond. and that's it. Okay, so thank you for the 9-month resub, Vote Democrat. All right. Now, we get to those who contributed during the stream. We can start addressing them, giving them shout-outs, etc. We start off with the first tip of the day, who is from Snorlax, who tipped me $1 and says, Phil, hope your day's going good, and let's have another good stream. Day's going pretty good. Woke up feeling refreshed. Jasper did not. Well, he did wake me up at like 8 in the morning, but I get up usually between 8 and 9 anyway, so I was able to get a little bit extra sleep. He tends to wake us up certain days, and others he doesn't. Today he woke me up. It's fine. I had a nice muffin. Because we actually did a Costco run yesterday for the first time in like 6 months, because I haven't had money to even afford to go there. And at this point, we had like no commodities in the house. And I was like, if we don't go, we're going to end up paying like way higher price for things like toilet paper and stuff if we buy it from a normal store. So we finally made the time. We went to Costco, bought a few essentials for cheap. And we grabbed some muffins while we were there. And their muffins are crazy good. So I had a delicious blueberry muffin this morning. I was like, oh man, it's so tasty. Played with Jasper a little bit. Jasper saw a bird outside and was going nuts in the window. Does anyone know about this, that cats actually sing to birds? It's true. I think it's a way that they think attracts a bird to trick the bird to get closer, and then they like attack it to eat it. So when Jasper sees a bird outside, he starts doing this weird singing. And I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, he just sees a bunch of birds outside. So he was singing to a bird this morning, and some fun stuff. Fun stuff this morning. So good morning so far. Good day so far today. Looking forward to Borderlands, and like I said, a chill and interactive stream today, because that's the kind of game this is. It's going to lend itself to a lot of chill and interaction and talking with you guys, okay? So, all right, thank you, Snorlax, for getting stuff started with the $1 tip. Let's get that updated. I would push you up as a top tipper, but we actually have a few more tippers who came in and someone who did tip higher than you, so I'm not going to get you up there right now because it's going to just be changed in a minute anyway. An anonymous $1 tipper asks me, are you playing Star Wars Jedi Outcast? And the answer is yes. I'm very interested in it. After seeing the gameplay at E3, it looks quite good. I hope it ends up being as good as it looked. A game could only look so good, but, when you actually play it in implementation, maybe it's not as good, but it looked good to me. So, excuse me, I have to crunch a bottle, everyone. In 3, 2, 1. There you go. Bottle crunch. Yeah, it looks good to me. I'm excited for it. That's November. That's the crazy time of November. Within 3 weeks, there's like 6 game releases. So, it'll be pretty daunting covering them all, but I'm excited for it. So, there you go. Okay. That is not correct. I did not raise $12,000 in tips, by the way. It's completely incorrect. A far cry. Rod Parsley has resubscribed to the channel for 15 months. Thank you, Rod Parsley, for that lengthy support. I appreciate that very much. Jessica Tim did a 50-bit cheer to get the cheering going for today and says, how was your day off and what amazing games can we expect now? Well, I've pretty much answered both of those already. So thank you for the cheer, Jessica. I hope that I answered those to your satisfaction. Bentboxer cheer. He says, are you going to play the big Star Wars Battlefront 2 new 4-player online co-op mode? Can you sing Girl, You Know It's True? Girl, You Know It's True. I guess I could do that. No, I'm not playing Battlefront 2. I don't care about Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 is incredibly outdated at this point. It wasn't even good at launch, and I didn't really like it. So no, I'm not going back to Battlefront 2. Rob, what's going on, man? Rob just tipped me $10. It's great to see you again, dude. Great to see you, Rob. I appreciate you being so supportive recently. Rob was the person who donated the Genesis Mini that has put out a ton of fun content over the last week, and a lot more coming up in the future, including 2 sessions this week. So thank you again, Rob. Actually, it might be 3 sessions this week now that I'm thinking about it. So thank you for that. And thank you for the $10 tip to get the tipping started today. Much appreciated. Spawn Killer tipped me $1. It's still funny how your cafe press is still active. I know. You want to know honestly why it's active? Because I never deactivated it, and I always forget it's even there. People can actually go to my cafe press and still buy products that I designed like 10 years ago, even though the designs haven't been updated in 10 years. And by the way, no one buys anything. I should just tell you that no one ever buys anything from my cafe press. Never. I think I haven't gotten a payment from it in like 3 years or something like that. But it still exists, which is pretty funny. Okay, thank you, Spawn Killer, for the $1 tip. Coots TV took me $1. Is my last dollar, Phil. Make it count. Well, there you go. Thank you, Coots, for the tip. And then he did a $5 tip, so obviously he lied. That was not his last dollar. He was holding out. He said one thing and then immediately tipped more. And he tipped me $5. Says, don't ever leave us. I don't plan on going anywhere. It's like I said, even in the future, if and when I decide to stream less because I can finally afford to do so, I still want to do it. I just don't want to do it as crazy, full-time commitment, no time for free time kind of a thing like I do now. But I wouldn't want to stop doing this. I find it very fun and entertaining and fulfilling. So, thank you, Coots, for the $5 tip. Magnus Flamebeard did a 100-bit cheer. Now, that actually is the top cheer of the day, so let me get him up on the leaderboard. That's why I hadn't updated this previously. Magnus Flamebeard did a 100-bit cheer. It says the following. Hold on. Okay. Love your Link's Awakening playthrough, my dude. Do you think it would be awesome if they remade the Capcom-made Zelda game, Oracle of Ages and Seasons, and the Minish Cap in a similar way as Link's Awakening? Those Capcom Zeldas are awesome. Yeah, any Zelda on a handheld, I've never played. The only handheld Zelda I ever played was, what was it? I want to say not Link to the Past. Boy, I'm having a break. Oh, Link Between Worlds. But I only played it for like 5 hours. Like Link Between Worlds, I think I did the first 2 to 3 dungeons, and that was it. And then I stopped playing it because that was a game that I had gotten when I was traveling a lot. I wanted something to do while I was traveling a lot, so I got it as something to play on a plane or whatever. And I did. I think like 2 trips I played it, and then essentially I stopped traveling. And when I stopped traveling, that was kind of the end of it for me. So I still own the game, and when I got my 3DS capture device years ago, I said, hey man, I would definitely consider doing a playthrough of it, but no one ever seemed to be too interested in it for whatever reason. I don't know why, but no one ever seemed to be too interested in seeing a Link Between Worlds playthrough. Now I'm playing Link's Awakening, and people really seem to like it. So, I don't know, maybe things change over time. But, yeah, I'm digging Link's Awakening for sure. I absolutely would like if they remade those other handheld Zeldas, because I never played them. Those are Zelda games that I missed out on, and from what I understand, they kind of all play like the old school Zelda games. So, that would be pretty neat, I think. Okay. So thank you, Magnus Flamebird. Biggest cheer of the day. We move on to Jessica Tim, who cheered. I said, cats mew when they see birds. My cat does the same, and she's also a house cat. I won't let her out. Yeah, it's very cute. It's very cute, some of the noises that cats can make. Okay, so this was cute. All right. So yesterday was our day out. So Kat gets up earlier than me on our days out because she, wants to do her makeup and stuff before we go out. Me, as you know, I'm just naturally beautiful, and I don't need to put on, any kind of makeup or whatever. Yeah, right. More like I'm just an ugly dude, and I don't, I'm not going to make myself up or whatever. But Kat likes to get nice and pretty for when we go out, so we have nice days out together, right? So she usually gets up early to do her makeup or whatever. And so she had gotten up with Jasper. She fed Jasper. And then she started doing her stuff in the bathroom, getting her makeup done and everything, right? And then, so here's the funny thing. So she's doing all her stuff in the bathroom, and at one point Jasper kind of gets bored. So he comes into the bedroom. He crawls up on my chest. He looks straight into my face, and he goes, meow, meow. And I open my eyes. I said, oh, is it time to get up? And it was. It was the perfect time. It was time to get up. I was like, oh. Time to get up, man. All right, well, thank you, Jasper. It was like the perfect wake-up call because it was exactly the time that I needed to get up in order to start getting ready. And it was like really cute that he woke me up in that way. I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. Well, my stream chat is frozen. I'm actually looking on my desktop, my stream chat's working, but for some reason on my laptop, my stream chat completely froze. So I need to refresh that. So please bear with me, guys, while I try to fix this. I can't respond to anything you guys are saying or doing until I fix this. So, stupid fucking thing. Come on. Oh my god, it's completely locked up. Wow. I think my laptop is completely locked up. Nothing is responding. Ugh. Come on, man. This is so ridiculous. The only thing I use my laptop for is having a browser open so that I can supervise the stream chat and I can supervise Streamlabs contributions as they come in. That's it. I'm not doing anything else on my laptop, and this thing regularly just craps out on me. Can you imagine what a shitty laptop this thing is, you know? When I first bought it, I mean, this is the truth. When I first bought this laptop, I thought I was going to be able to do video editing on it. I thought I was going to be able to play games on it. Boy, was I sadly mistaken. I got completely ripped off by Best Buy. I'm not surprised. I went to Best Buy one day. This was in I want to say it was 2012. It might have been 2013, but I think it was 2012. So, you know, back when I actually had money to do stuff. And that was when, previously, I had always used an Alienware laptop. That was a cheap one that was breaking on me. It was like one that I had gotten for like $500 years and years ago. And the hinges on the laptop broke. And so every time I tried to open the laptop, the whole thing would start cracking apart. I was like, I think I need a new laptop. But I didn't want to spend a ton of money. So I went to Best Buy to see what they had at the time. And they offered me, of course, an open box, redone laptop. You know, we reformatted it. We redid this laptop. It's a really good one. You know, Samsung, widescreen, has a built-in disc player. So if you want to, you know, boot programs or music CDs or regular DVDs, you can do that. It's already built in. A lot of laptops don't have that in this day and age. You know, they basically sold me on it. Had a good processor and has a built-in graphics card and all kinds of bullshit, essentially. And in reality, the laptop's a lemon. Like, it runs really slow. It's a piece of crap. I still remember the first week that I moved out here in the summer of 2014. It's over 5 years ago. I put the laptop down on my office floor, hooked it up to the internet, and I said, I just want to use the webcam to do, like, a broadcast to talk with you guys about my new house. And it was the worst thing ever. Choppy as fuck. It was just terrible. And this was on my full quality internet at the time, business level internet. It wasn't the internet, it was the laptop. Couldn't even handle it. It's like, Jesus, man. This laptop fucking sucks. And it does. It's slow as shit. It just has all these issues. You know, I've used it every day, essentially, since I bought it, that I've made content. But I use it for the most simple things. So you would think that, like, it wouldn't be a big issue, but apparently for this laptop, everything's an issue. By the way, I'm still trying to reload Twitch on the laptop. I'm not kidding. I've been talking for about 5 minutes about this now, and it's still not loading Twitch. That's how bad this laptop is. So I'm continuously trying to reload, and once it reloads and I get the chat open, we can continue. I apologize for this holdup, everybody. If anything, I'm just glad I don't need a laptop for anything important. You know what I mean? Like, in this day and age, you don't really need a laptop for much. I only use it as the second screen to see stream chat and stuff like that. Because if I actually needed this to do anything, I'd be dead in the water. So thank God I don't really need it for anything important. Okay. Yeah, that's the good thing. Like, Kat and I, when we went to Connecticut in April, we were like, should I bring the laptop? And I brought it, and then I never used it because anything we wanted was on our phones, or the television in Connecticut in the place we stayed had built-in apps like Hulu and Netflix. So since we had Hulu and Netflix subscriptions, we got to watch anything we wanted from those services through the TV there. We didn't need the laptop to watch anything. It was damn good. We were like, damn, this is modern technology. You don't need this shit anymore. You know, back in the day, when I used to travel, if you didn't bring your own shit, you basically would sit there watching nothing, or you'd have to pay exorbitant amounts of money to rent stuff through their own hotel services and shit. Now they don't even do that anymore. Now it's all through the Netflix and the Hulu and all that stuff. So it was really awesome. I was like, damn, I really don't need this thing anymore. You know, essentially this laptop, like I said, this laptop's a second screen. At some point, I could, and I'm going to have to do this eventually. This laptop's going to die someday, you know. I don't know when it's going to happen. But when it dies, I'm just going to have to go get an El Cheapo laptop. And I could get something essentially for like $200-300 tops. That's probably just like a netbook. You know what I mean? All I need to do is open up Streamlabs and open up Twitch chat. That's all I need it for. So I could use any kind of laptop. I'm just going to be getting a screen that's big enough I can see it. But outside of that, it's fine. So, and no, I'm not looking to fundraise a new laptop. Now, I just got Stream Chat open. Immediately, I see people saying, he's trying to fundraise a new laptop. No, I'm not. Trust me. The last thing I need to do is putting money towards something that I don't really need. I need to pay my bills is what I need to fucking do. So, that's not what this is about. I'm just killing time until I can get this working, which it now works. So now we can move on. All right, so thank you. Wow. I guess when this whole thing was going on, an anonymous tipper just tipped me $50. So thank you to whoever this is. I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much for that. And let's update the leaderboard. That is very generous of you, and that will help out tremendously. So thank you to whoever that was. Excuse me. Whew. Okay. BattleDuck 9000. What's going on, man? Just resale for 33 ongoing months. And BattleDuck 9000 says the following. I might not show up for your live streams, but I watch it on YouTube. Don't worry, I don't plan on unsubbing from your Twitch anytime soon. Keep on trucking. Yeah, BattleDuck used to show up to streams all the time, but apparently had something going on in life that they can't attend the streams anymore. So they go to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, where I upload the archives every day, and they watch there. And I should call that out because I don't always talk about that. If you can't check the streams out, you can always watch the archive on DSPGaming. Now, I appreciate those who come by and either still sub or still contribute to the streams, because there are thousands of people, and I mean this, thousands and thousands of people who watch my videos on YouTube, but they think that ad revenue, like, is enough to support my existence, and fuck no. Ad revenue on YouTube is almost insanely non-existent at this point. I really do rely on your contributions during streams to keep going, so please, if you're watching this pre-stream exclusively on YouTube, and you're a frequent YouTube watcher, please understand, if you can, please come by to a stream and contribute, or even if you look in the description of this video, there should be a link to tipping me. Please consider just leaving a tip if you can. You know, just being frank, YouTube does nothing anymore. Like, most videos you probably won't even see ads on anymore. The ad you see on videos probably is because someone content ID claimed that video. It's pretty much non-existent, all right? So please consider contributing if you can. If you're a YouTube watcher as well, it helps out. It really does, okay? All right, so that's it for shout-outs. Now let's give a shout-out to the top cheerers of the week to give those people some appropriate credit. Now, keep in mind, this is only reflecting one day, Monday, because I wasn't here yesterday, okay? So top cheerers of the week. In 10th place, we've got Bent Boxer. In 9th place, we've got The Last Rambo. 8th place goes to Tantamounter. 7th place, Timbo Slice. What's going on? Timbo, thank you for the support this week. 6th place, Gamma Relay. 5th place, Stable Genius. 4th place, Mr. Papavera. 3rd place, Golden Colts. 2nd place, Handicap Gaming ER. And sitting in 1st place with a top cheering contribution that won him the top spot for my Minecraft stream this week, Philip's Smelly Chair. And he's going to be able to pick what we do in Minecraft when I play it next week, which is, what did I say, Monday? Yeah, Monday night. So there you go. Thank you for all your contributions this week. Spawn Killer just tipped me $1. He says, funny that you said that cats sing. My bird mocks my dog's bark, and he say fuck. What? Your cat actually says fuck? That could be problematic. Just walking around your house like, fuck. Fuck. Your cat says fuck. Okay, then. That's, if your cat really does say fuck, you should probably record that. Probably go viral on the internet, make yourself a few $1,000 or something. Who knows? The cat could do rounds on late night talk TV with a cat that says fuck. Okay then. Anyway, Thank you, Spawn Killer, for the $1 tip. I appreciate that. That, of course, gets us to a nice round $69 in tips. Har, har, har. I'm sure this was somehow intentional. Har, har, har. Okay. So, folks, I think that's going to be it. I think we've covered all the bases. We talked about the hot topics. We got all the shout-outs out of the way. And the good news is I don't have to use the bathroom. For a change, I don't have to use the restroom before we start. So I'm going to end the pre-stream, and we're actually going to start with gameplay. Now, I know many of you aren't used to this. This is pretty weird for many of you. So, for those of you who are planning on taking a break, I'm sorry to say we're not taking one. So if you actually hold, like, you hold your bowels to go during my break before we start with gameplay, you're screwed. You guys are absolutely screwed. You're just going to have to hold it. Pinch it. Okay. So let's end the pre-stream, and we're going to start up with the continuation of Borderlands 3. Right now.